Hey, good morning and welcome to Lead with Love the channel. I'm just saging the space. So in this video, I know I always burn ancestor money. I do have it available here, but I'm going to talk about something else. I'm going to talk about a protective barrier. Like you can make your own protective barrier. You can put it on your door, like on your front door. It's a mixture, so I'm gonna show you that mixture. I did want to talk about because I'm gonna make it with you here. So you just need regular table salt, crushed red pepper, and ground black pepper to make the mixture. I did want to talk about the because I make everything. I make my own black salt. So with the black salt, I think it's better to get to start to make it around the holidays, like around Halloween, because that's where they sell the black food coloring. Because I don't have black food coloring, and I think I made this in March, sometime March, February, and I didn't have black food coloring, but I got to use the ancestor money ashes. I used black pepper. I used cayenne pepper in there. You know, that's to keep your enemies like, get out of here. And I used kosher salt. You could either use kosher salt or sea salt when you're making your own uh, black salt. So that's what it is. But I don't have the food coloring because the food coloring is what makes it like really dark. So as of now, it stinks. It stinks because of the cayenne pepper, the black pepper, so it's gonna make you sneeze. And it does have an odor. I don't know why the hell it smells. It could be the ancestor money. But you see how it looks? It looks like gray, like a dark gray. So if you wanted it to be like that dark black color, then I would suggest you get the black food coloring so that it can get that color. Because I think I used Dragon's Blood ink also. And the thing with this is that it has to set. It has to set under the moon. So this is a black magic item. Black salt is a black magic item. And it has to set under the dark moon. The dark moon is the new moon. That is when there is no moon present. So it has to set under the dark moon. It has to set under the full moon. And then if you want it to set again under the dark moon, that's when you set it that last time, and then you can use it. You cannot make it and then start using it. No, it's nothing happened there. You have to set it under the moon. So that's why it takes time, and you could say that's why black salt is a little more expensive because it takes time before you can actually get to use it. So that's the black salt because I do make my own black salt and I use the ancestor money to make the black salt. So that's that. And then I use kosher salt or sea salt. Don't use don't use the regular table salt because then it's gonna be like really fine, and you want it to be coarse, like you want it big chunks of salt. You want the big chunks of salt in there. So that's that. And then my other thing, this is my other thing, like I do make my own oil also. So you see how all the herbs set on the bottom. I do have crystals in there, like you see the evil eye, like I have charms in it, like for protection. Like everything I do is for my highest good. Is for my own protection. So I do have to shake it, and I do have to set it under the moonlight, the dark moon, the full moon. And it has to sit out there for a long time. The longer it sits, the stronger it is. So and then I do make my own stuff. I used to go to botanicas. I used to go to spiritual supply stores and I used to buy them. But and then it's I don't know, things change. I'm like, things change. Like when you learn how to do shit on your own, you just do it on your own and you save the money. And the ancestor money, I'm just glad that I know about it. And somebody just told me, oh, you need to burn ancestor money. It's like, what? And then I did my own research and I found out, like, oh, it's actually a good thing. So ever since I've been told about it, I've been burning it ever since. And I always look it up for different places of where to buy it. And I burn it all the time because I want you to know, like, you need to burn ancestor money. You got to help your ancestors. You got to help your ancestors, free your ancestors, unblock blockages that you may have within your life and you don't even know it. You don't know why you have these blockages in your life. Burning ancestor money will help you unblock all of those kind of blockages. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Okay, so I had to clean the camera because I thought it was like dirty. I don't know. So I had to just like wipe it down. So I have a plain white bowl, right? So and then with that, you're just gonna need 3 items. You're gonna need your salt, regular. Can you see it? Regular salt. You're just gonna need salt. You're gonna need black pepper. So it's just salt and black pepper. Salt is used as a barrier of protection. So you see when, I guess, like in the movies, in the movies. Oh, I know why I thought my camera was dirty, and it's because I have incense, and the smoke is going up, and it's okay. Now I know. Wait, let me move it, because my table is so little. It's a Palo Santo incense. Is to, clear my space, it's for protection. Like everything I do is for protection, for my protection. If it's on the camera, it's for your own protection. It can actually help you. Like even just watching it, it's like it's gonna help you, and you will learn how to do things on your own, and you can protect yourself on your own, all by yourself. You don't gotta sit there and hire people and start buying all this stuff, and it's expensive. But anyway, the salt is used for the barrier of protection. They do that with the witch's circle, all that stuff. But now you want to protect your home. You can do it on your front door. Like you don't want people coming to your house with the stupid with the dumb shit. It's like, don't come here. Don't come here. So you use salt. Salt. Black pepper keeps them away. Black pepper, red pepper flakes, that's like for the added, don't come here. Like nobody will ever knock on your door. Only the postman when they have to deliver a package. So I actually have to make this mixture because I live in a complex and they clean all the time. So they swept away my salt. So I gotta make some more. So it's just salt. It's just regular salt. I use a lot. Because the doorway, well, you could say like the doorway's like that, but I don't want it to be thin. Like I want a nice amount. I have to find a way like how to seal it so that they could stop sweeping it away. I think I could use like silicone, like the silicone mix. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Like the artists, like people when they're creative, they'll sit there and they'll create this whole collage of stuff and they'll seal it with silicone so that it doesn't get messed up. Like, yeah, that's what I want. I think they sell it in Home Depot. Okay, let me continue. Then I add the black pepper. The black pepper. This is for my barrier of protection. So I add a good amount of pepper in there. The Badia, I don't know. I just want it to like pour, but then it has this stuff. I don't really want, yeah. I just want it to pour out. So put it like that. Like don't come to my house and it stinks. I guess this is why the black salt that I have, it stinks like that because I have powdered cayenne pepper or like powdered crushed pepper, so it stinks. So every time I open it, it's like oof, it's just powerful. Like you put in all that negative energy out of here, away from you. But anyway, you mix it and mix it, and then I just put it on my door. I put it on my door like that, I'll use something like an envelope or something, like just to make it like a straight line. That's what I do. I'm coughing because this stuff, black pepper makes you sneeze. The red pepper, and it looks like that. It's a mixture like that. People come by, be like, "What the fuck is that?" They'll be like, "Don't come here, don't come here." But people always doing shit. I don't like nobody in my house anyway. So it's whatever. I put it on my door all the time. I put it, they remove it. I'll just put more, like, it doesn't matter. But the mixture, it looks like that. So it is salt, black pepper, and I used crushed red pepper. And this is for your own barrier protection. You don't have to set it out under the moon or anything. You could use it immediately, and it's okay. I just wanted to talk about what I've been doing. Like, I've been doing this like all the time. I do this all the time. I just never really talked about it. So now I'm like, oh, I got a YouTube channel, so I can finally talk about all the witchy shit that I do. And I can share it. I can share it with you guys. So as for this, okay. So I went in the protective barrier. I'm gonna use this. Like, when I get off the camera, I'm gonna put this on my door. So as for the tea lights, the return to sender tea lights, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I have a box. I have a bag. Like, I buy the Ziploc. No, I buy the tea lights. It comes with 50. Sometimes you could get them. They come with 50. Sometimes you could get them. They come with 10. Sometimes they come and they're scented. They have all these scents. It doesn't matter what color it is. What matters is your intentions. Your intentions is what matters. So, and then I write in there, return to sender. I write in it 7 times. 7 times, return to sender. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. 7 times, because it's like I want to return all of the negative energies. I want that shit to go right back to whoever is sending it. Send it back. Like, they want to sit there, they want to fuck with you. It's okay. Like, it's okay. You do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna just send it back, and I don't need to know who did it. I don't care. I don't care who did it. I'm gonna just send it back. Like, woof, woof. What is it? Shoosh. Goes right back to you. But that's what I do with the tea lights. I've always did the glass encased candles. I would do the pull-out candles, the reversible candles. I would spend so much money. I would spend so much money at the Botanica. Like, I would buy the oils that are already made, and I would buy like 10, 15, 20 little bottles. Little bottles. They're like an ounce. They're an ounce of that's from the pepper. Like an ounce of oil, and then I would have to buy like 20 just so I could fill this up. So I'm like, you know what? And then each bottle was like $4, $3, $4, and then you buy 20. And then, okay, that's money. That's money, and each one has a different kind of use. And I'm like, yo, I could make my own fucking oil. Excuse my language. But it's like I curse sometimes. I talk and I curse. So it's whatever. It's like I could make my own oil. And then I like herbs. So I know herbs. I know the herbs. I know the uses. I know what it's for. I was like, oh, I could make my own oil and let it sit under the moon. So it has to sit out for like a month. It has to sit out for a good time. I have it setting out under the sunlight. Under the sunlight during the day, the sun is Ra. It's God. Under the sunlight during the day, during the night, the moon is always present. Even when it's not present, it's present. When it's a dark moon, it's not present, but it's still there. So that is the time you want to charge your items. But you charge it under the full moon too, because the full moon illuminates everything that's kept hidden. So I charge it under both of the moons. It sits out there all day, all night. You know, it's charging with the power of the world, the earth, you know, and it takes a while for me to be able to use it, but that's what I do. I make my own stuff. I make my own stuff and I use my own stuff because I used to go to the botanicas and I would spend money. Like I would drop at least $100 like every time I go. At least that was like the least, the least amount. I've always did spiritual baths. I've always did spiritual baths, cleansings for yourself. I would give them to my mom. I would give it away. Like I wouldn't even charge people for it. I would give it away. Even when I had these, I gave it away. It's like, you know, cleanse yourself. I gave away ancestor money. It's like, yo, burn ancestor money. I was like, check me out. Check me out on YouTube. Like, it's all right. You know, it's information. I have information, or, you know, this is what I've been doing for years. For years. Mostly all my life, really. And I've just never been able to share it. I've never been able to share it. I've never been able to talk about it because people think you're crazy. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that's what she does. I'm like, yeah, that's what she does. But you know, and it's fine. Like I'm at the point in my life where I don't care what people have to say or how they judge me, you know? But I'm gonna protect myself from you. If you're gonna sit here and you're gonna act like I'm fucking crazy, and then you're gonna sit here and do all that black, like, oh, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna protect myself, and you're gonna be fucking mad. And it is what it is. But all I could say is everybody needs to protect themselves and be mindful of people. People are not all good. You meet people and they don't always have your best interests at heart. And it's just be careful, be mindful, and protect your energy. And it's like I had to learn. I had to learn all this stuff. Like I would sit here, I would buy money, I would go to people and buy money, but and then people know that you're spiritual, or they know where you're supposed to be in life, and what they do, they just try to stop you. They try to stop you. They try to block you. They do so much shit. And I'm like, what the entire fuck? So that's why to I stopped going to people. Like, oh, I would do this shit myself. And I stopped going to people because of that. I think the only thing that I really do is I listen to tarot. I listen to it, but I don't think I'll ever go to a reader. But I enjoy watching the tarot readers online. Like I have a few favorite tarot readers that I go to. Well, no, I don't go to them. I don't go to them, but I like their readings. Like I like the readings that they put out, and I appreciate the readings that they put out because sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. But I just like to read it. So you can read it. I like to listen to it. Sometimes I go in live and I'll comment on it. It's because I enjoy it. I would never go and request a reading. I guess I don't want to know. Like I don't want to know for sure. It's like I know myself and I listen to it more for confirmation on things that I know. And then I'll listen just to be like, yes, that's what's going on. Oh my God, you confirmed it. Oh, it resonates. Yeah, that'd be me. But I know I am getting chatty, but I just wanted to talk about the protective barrier. You can make this yourself. You could use it immediately. When I get off of here, I'm gonna put this on my door. And then the black salt, it has to set out under the moonlight. It has to set out under the cycles. It has to set out under the dark moon, under the full moon. The longer it sets out, the stronger it is. That's the same thing for the oils. It's it's set with the moonlight, it sets under the sunlight, and the spiritual baths. Like I make those. I've always made those. I've always made those and give them away. So it's not, I don't know. I get them from the Botanica. I buy the herbs. So I buy the herb kits and stuff like that for specific uses. And and that's what I do. Boil it. And then you put your own stuff. You put holy water. I put holy water in it. I'll go to the Catholic church and I'll fill up a bottle, or I'll buy it because sometimes they sell it. I'll buy a bottle of some this. It also way prayer. Your how do you say against God is you being grateful. Return sender the money. I'm a prayer on my door because getting chatty. Just never, I never, people that know me, they'll ask me to help them. And I don't charge myself out. And you can do it charge you all this money. You can do yourself. Search, look, you get mad at the whoever watches your life is gonna be better because you're gonna be like, oh my god, like I don't have to pay $100 and $50. You could do it yourself. Stay